Hi guys, it's me, and I am just wondering, I have a question for you guys. I left this already on my Facebook page, but I know a lot of you guys don't have Facebook pages, which all the power to you because they kind of suck. They're very time consuming and yeah, but anyways, that's not why I'm here for. I had a question for you. For those of you suffering with endometriosis, I know I've been talking about this a lot, but it's been like a hard week here because I am just, by the end of the day, I'm in bed in pain because I don't take my Vicodin during the daytime because I'm at home by myself with my kids and I don't feel comfortable doing that, so I wait until John gets home. But I I know this is all endo related. Like I know that a lot of you, had suggestions that maybe it was my gallstones or my kidneys or that maybe it was my appendix, but when I went to the hospital, to the emergency room last Friday, they did a full CT scan of my lower abdomen. They did blood work, they did cultures, they did a pelvic exam, they did a urinalysis, they tested for all of those things, and everything came back normal. They then also, sorry, my calendar's going off, they then also sent all the results to my OBGYN and my mom's office, and they all looked at it, and everything came back normal. So I have an appointment with my doctor, my OBGYN, August 1st, which is not until next week, which kind of stinks, but, since I'm not dying, they're not going to bump people, and I don't want them to. But, I know it's endometriosis related. When I had my tubal done, they did a laparoscopy. They went in through two little incisions and stuff. But my doctor also, when he was in there with the camera, he looked everywhere to make sure, everything was okay because he figured he was in there anyways. And that's when I found out that I had endometriosis. I've always had really heavy and really painful periods. I've always had really painful bowel movements around my period. Sex has sometimes been very uncomfortable. So I knew there was something always underlying, but I never knew what exactly it was. So when he told me that I had a very advanced case of endometriosis, it all made sense. What he found were some of my bowels, my bowels, those, colon and stuff, was sticking to other organs. And he also saw that my endometrial lining was already, burning holes into other areas of my insides. If you're not familiar with what endometriosis is, basically, your uterus has an endometrial lining. Every month, that endometrial lining builds up, and then it sheds itself, and that's when you have your period. That all comes out. Well, my endometrial lining is growing outside of my uterus into my other areas of my organs. So that's what's going on. So it's eating away, there was pitting, there was little acid holes burning away in my insides. I'm not dying. Obviously, it sounds terrible, but I'm not dying. It's just that's what's happening. So I know that I do have some lesions that are in scar tissue that is attached to my bowels in that area. So we know that it's endometrial, and that's what's causing all this pain. But I guess my question for you guys is, I've never experienced this amount of pain before. It's really bad. To the point where I can't walk, and it's not all the time. It's not persistent. In the morning I'm okay, but then all of a sudden it'll hit me, and I'm all of a sudden have to sit down on the ground because it's so painful, and it just comes out of nowhere. It's like somebody just punched me. It's that quick, and it's so painful, and it's always different. Sometimes it feels like just a dull pain, and then sometimes it feels like a sharp shooting pain, and tonight it feels like things are ripping. It feels like those organs, my bowel and my intestines, are trying to rip apart from each other. A tearing, just a pulling feeling right where my hip bone is, my right hip bone, and underneath, that's where I feel it all. And so I guess what I'm trying to, ask is, do other people experience that kind of pain, and what kind of pains do you experience? What's normal? Because it's just really confusing when I don't know when it's coming, how it's gonna feel if what I'm feeling is normal. And how do, my husband doesn't understand. He's just trying to be there for me, but he doesn't understand, the kind of pain I'm in. Nobody does unless they're feeling it, and it's just hard because I don't know I don't know. I kind of feel like a crazy person. Like I'm inventing this pain or something because it's so random and it can be so painful, but then it will go away and then it will come back. So I guess I just wanted to know if like I'm just being a complete insane like hypochondriac, or if like what kind of pains you guys feel and how often and all of that, because I've never really talked about this on my channel since, I don't know. And my theory about why it's so bad all of a sudden now, I think, is because I think I'm finally experiencing my first real period in the last 2 years. Obviously, I didn't have a period the whole time I was pregnant with Kaya, and then I've been religiously breastfeeding since I had her. So I don't think I've had a period until this month, and I think, if you have had a baby, you know that the first period after is really, like, intense. So I get this feeling that that's maybe what has caused that, or maybe my endometriosis has advanced even more. I don't know. So I'm going to talk to my doctor next week, but I guess what I just wanted to know is just like if you could just share with me, what kind of pains you feel, how often they are, how long they last, that kind of thing, so that I know I'm not just being completely insane, But yeah, I had a lot of great responses on my last video and a lot of people, and it made me feel really a lot better knowing that I'm not alone. I know obviously this is something that affects a lot of women, and I'm not trying to say I'm any different or special or, anything like that. I just, this is just all new to me. So I'll talk to you guys all later. Thanks for any advice or any information you're willing to share with me. And my husband... What do you mean when I was ovulating? John wants me to tell you guys that when I ovulate... No, that's something completely different. When I ovulate, I have PMDD as well, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which is basically PMS on steroids. So it's just like a whole... I hate being a woman because it's just like my month to month is just an incredible emotional mess and physical mess. So on top of the endometriosis, when I ovulate, and like the weeks before my period, like I get just... Well, I talked to you guys about this. I'm like Bruce Banner and the Hulk. I'm up and down, like... Being Bruce Banner's this nice, happy, energetic, sex-driven person, and then the Hulk is like this angry, I want to smash, Hulk smash everything around her. So, yeah, John wanted me to tell you guys that for some reason. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys all later. Again, like, if you don't feel comfortable sharing stuff with me, on this video, feel free to email me. But it would just be nice to know. Like I said, it's hard because I feel... like people just think that I'm a prima donna. Like my mom has been really great and really understanding. She totally gets my pain because she deals with it because she's an OB/GYN nurse practitioner and she sees it all the time. But like with John, he's trying to understand, but I know that it's really hard for him because, I'll go one moment really happy and, pain-free and want to walk around, and the next minute I'm like, I have to go to bed because like I'm in so much pain. And I guess it's confusing to an outsider who doesn't understand. So I just wanted to know. So I'm going to go back to laying on the couch and being pathetic, and I took a Vicodin, and I'm hoping that'll kind of chill things out. And that's another thing is I hate taking Vicodin because since the pain is in waves and it's not constant, I don't want to take it if I don't have to. But like right now, the pain is like this intense ripping, like it feels like something's inside me just like ripping apart. Like, and I'm changed into like this loose-fitting skirt because everything is just like any pressure on it hurts, but at the same time, if I push on things down there, there's nothing that's like, feels like it's swollen or anything, so, I don't know. Anyways, I'm babbling at this point. I'll talk to you guys all later. I have a video of Kaya's 9-month and 8-month update that I made last Friday before I went to the ER, but since then, it's kind of been hectic and I haven't had time to edit it, so I'll try to do that while I'm laying here, and I'll try to get that up tomorrow. Sorry for the, bombarding you guys with videos all of a sudden. You guys have been really great as a resource to me, because it's like, it's awesome because I can ask these questions to like normal women like me, and it's just really nice. So, I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.